In Houston, dramatic change from 15,000 billboards several decades ago to 1,500 today. There's an enormous amount of pride and can-do attitude.
Lost quality of life, lost years of life is a pretty compelling argument, but we could also put a dollar sign on it. And if there's one thing that's going to bankrupt the United States, it's going to be the rising care of health costs.
When people are thinking about advertising, they envision beautiful ads. You would not be able, from a First Amendment perspective, to control the type of advertising that is on.
Today, there is no advertising on any metro facilities in Houston. Neither trains, nor train stations, buses, nor bus shelters, nor anything else.
And byways offer rich, powerful stories and an authentic experience. A byway ties a corridor together and ties an area together physically, and it provides a unifying basis for communities and areas to come together.
There can be no doubt that there is an important connection between successful tourism and scenic protection. Tourists do not wish to travel along ugly routes to get to ugly destinations. It's about as simple as that. Tourism is one of the state's main industries today, with over 500,000 jobs.
When we think about preservation generally, I think we think about the big iconic buildings. We think about the grand structure. A lot of us know, though, that the real work of preservation takes place in neighborhoods around the state, like Houston Heights. Another way that preservation is being done in Texas is through your historic courthouse program. 254 counties, the vast majority of them still have their historic courthouses in place.
The source of wealth for cities like Houston in the 21st century will have to do with attracting the best and the brightest people in America who can live anywhere.
After years without much progress, park acreage in the city has increased significantly. Perhaps the most important development taking place now is an initiative to create continuous and accessible parks and trails along the major bayous within the city.
This is an image of Telephone Road in Houston. There's this great program called Build a Better Block, where you can envision a road that is not at all effective as a complete street right now, and make it into, for a day, a street that could be effective for all modes of transportation. So this was done last fall in Houston. They made a bike lane. They made lots of activities on the street for pedestrians to get involved with. We now have a complete streets ordinance in Houston.
Related economic aspects is, as you can see in the picture, if you look closely, thoughtful design does encourage extended visits with a chance to sit on the park bench, which leads to expanded shopping at local businesses, other local businesses, and ultimately an ambience and attraction not only for local shoppers, but for tourists to the area.
I hope to show you that a commitment to great master planning, great design, proper mix of green space, and the inclusion of public art, and terrific landscaping, and a design welcoming to an important surrounding community can have a great ripple effect.
We take it to another level, meeting a standard that was set by Mr. Hines. Uptown is embarking on a project that will raise the standards, creating a grand boulevard, a garden district.
It is this story of citizen activity for over a half a century and the coming of new generations of public officials such as Mayor Parker, which led to the presentation last year to the City of Houston of Scenic America's first Clear Vision Award. Houston is no longer the billboard capital of the world, and with proper diligence, it will never become that again.
Very simply, our cities must be filled with wonder, beauty, and awe. To live, we need inspiration, we need reverence, we need hope.
How we navigate this transition will have enormous significance, not just for the Houston future, but for the American future. This is one of the cities where the American future is going to be worked out.